Rainbow hour. That's good. I need it. I mean, I always get it, so I don't need shit. I will say that is like, there's a lot of things I think would be so nice, and I don't ever get them. And I get so many other nice things. It's okay. It all kind of like, it all kind of works out. I believe there's meaning in things, but I really don't get why there has to, like, why there can't just be more meaning found in things that aren't suffering. But we did it for God, and all that God wanted to do is die for his homies. And you know, sometimes I don't even have to have that many homies. I might like be in that same boat, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. Every time before I complain something dope, it's like, not something dope, but like right before I complain, I'm immediately faced with how things could be worse. And I'm like, well, shit, it's not that bad. Like, knowing where my phone is cool. It's definitely cracked. Bad. For sure had a screen protector on. Good. Now I'll see how well the screen protector worked. I've been curious if they've been worth buying or not. I'll know now. This one that I'm on, is very cracked. No protector. Just fucking cracked. And then it coincidentally, so fucking confusing, but like, what a good life. This one I have right now is actually a Pixel 7. So even if the other one's cracked, it's a Pixel 6. I have, okay, like now they're both cracked. I'm like, I'll just go with the better phone. This phone cracked almost exactly this time last year. It was, so August 4th, was like a Sunday last year. And I had a show in Sonora with Carl and Gio. And if you're watching this on Resurrected YouTube, this is why you should follow Instagram. You can see all the people I'm talking about. Just get Instagram for Verbal Autobiography. I just got back from a trip with them. This phone cracked, not at Sonora, but it had cracked the week before, because I remember I actually had a thing in Reno, and I was like, oh man, I hope like my phone just doesn't fucking fall apart while I'm in Reno. Now I don't care. I trust it. It's cracked as fuck, but it's like, it might be better or worse cracked than the Pixel 6. It's for sure a better Pixel. And I was like, oh no, I don't have a SIM card. Turns out I fucking had a SIM card, because I get afraid of throwing them away. So I had like, so I was like, shit, hell yeah, look at that. Now I do have a Google Fi on it. And I was able to get my other phone sent, and it was only like $10. So that's hella good. But like all my messenger things were outdated, but I like went into them and it looked like it could have just been this weekend, because I was talking to the same people this time a year ago when I cracked this phone that I now am using, as I am this time this year when I rebooted my old phone because of, shit, I gotta hurry, and I want to do eyeshadow, when I rebooted my old phone. So I was like, you know what? Hey, at least like I have had consistently dope people in my life. And I do have to say, when it comes to life, it's a lot about people. Like even if I get, well, my successes do involve people. It's like the things that I would love to see success in is successfully a good person. So before God, or under the sun, before God, I have made it proud. The thing that I imagine is a good God is my first thing. And I think if I at least try with intention to have that success, even though if everything they say is true, it already loves me, I don't even have to try, but out of respect, because I also want to be a good person. Hella Messiah complex, but like lazy. If I'm successful, if I like keep a good heart, if I try to keep the Beatitudes, walk in love, I am guaranteed 4 successes. 4 successes I've only rapidly seen less of over the few years, especially growing closer to God. But hey, I don't mean to have that on record. I trust homie. We owe a lot of homeless people change, because I always tell them once I have it, I'll get them. And I don't usually have it. But I'm not worried. 4 successes after that first one. That's the main one. That's the, like, and the 4 after that could come into any order. And that is, and I kind of figure though, like, one of them is success kind of with my mental illness, like success in some kind of like comfort, or, I mean, if it's a success, I should say even better than tolerate myself, actually find some semblance of love and like satisfaction in myself. So yeah, success over my mental illness, which would, I think, manifest like that. It would be, I'm comfortable in my body. And then success with comedy, success with people, and my relationships. So like, I maintain good relationships with family, friends, professionally, unprofessionally. That one is important. Yeah. Successfully showing like the types of love and having a variety of like loving relationships. And then I do want success in money, but like never so much that I would be, less than a good person, or I don't know, not humble, because I mean, like, I definitely want to stay humble. That's one of the ways to like live the Beatitudes and all that. Yeah. Well, I have successfully kept dope people in my life. And I had a hard time with it this morning because my dreams were so good. I was like redreaming stuff, and I was like, oh man, when I wake up, I know I have problems to deal with. And it made me like hella not want to get up and just keep sleeping. Oh, I probably slept like 12 hours yesterday. I didn't even need it, but like I just got falling back asleep. I would wake up and I was like, do I want to get up? And I was like, nope. I'm gonna go back to sleep. I don't have to. I should always get up. There's always a large list of things I have to do. I'm going for it. My fan has 2 speeds. I'm going for hella crazy. I'm tired of just barely there. 2 speeds, hella crazy, just barely there. All right. I got rainbows, really can't complain. And this time last year with my phone breaking, I think I already was kind of like, because I had so much phone trouble last year, including like one of the times I got to, I guess technically headline at Punchline. It really happened when my phone broke, which is just so perfect for me because it's like, did it really happen? If your phone's broken, did anything really happen? And at that time, I didn't have a sweet ass just broken backup phone. That phone broke so bad, ink like, its screen got cracked so bad that like ink just filled it up. It just like detonated itself. This one is just cracked as fuck. It still works. The other one might be cracked as fuck too, and still working. So it's funny because my mom gave me not an iPad, but like whatever the Windows version of that is, and it was cracked as fuck when she gave it to me. And I was like, honestly, this looks like it should have been mine all this time. Like this looks like it was already mine. Well, she didn't really give it to me, but as long as I live with her, we can share it. And someday, if she ever buys a new one, which she is thinking of, she'll give me that one. But we'll see. We don't need a new one, so why buy one? It would be cool always to have like the newest thing, but I at this point in my life, if I don't accept that, like, I don't know. I can't just be spending money like I deal dope. I'll tell you, you know what doesn't teach you good money management? Easy money. All right. But this has been a struggling month, but like things that are great fears of mine, especially like ever since being young, great fears of mine are like job security, healthcare security, which I'm still a little scared of because I have only 2 days of medication, but I think I'll be okay. I think that's what I'll be, just a big fat okay. Like I won't. I reserve the right though to drink as much as I can afford, as much as convenient and safe. But I don't go to the doctor. So I just safe off of like what I can tell. Like I wouldn't drink in an unsafe situation. Or if I had precious cargo. And precious cargo does not always just mean other comics. Sorry guys. But like if I had like my nephew or something, I like Obviously would. But in my meantime, a lot of which is lonely, I reserve the right to fucking just chug out of bottles if I want. I got one in there. I might just do it right now. I mean, life is gonna fuck us. Might as well lube up for it. Get it all a little like wet. I'm gonna drink out of that fucking bottle. Give me a moment. All right, I'm gonna look at this question. Then I'm gonna get it. I don't go to the doctor. My healthcare thing is more so psychiatry. One of my worst fears is just going crazy. Maybe having like a mental illness struggle for a lot of my life. There's like this almost fear of my mind where it's like this fucking mind. Like I know my life could be the same, and I know that there's like I could just be good. I could be good. In fact, my life could be even worse. Sometimes I could just be good, or like everything, nothing could change. And in my mind, shit just like gets dark. People fix this. I do also, I'll notice that I will like pull myself away, but then good company. Now people could also, I guess, like hurt things too, but I'm lucky to have dope people in my life. They're tragic, but they're funny. They got good jokes, good senses of humor, and they're different. Hasn't been a lot of place for different people. I just like hide. I'm just like, I'm not really different. Don't talk to me or make eye contact. Actually, I can't make eye contact. I'm different. I'm scared. All right. Who in your family did you look up to the most? All right. My mom, I mean, like, to this day, probably one of the people I look up to the most. Hell yeah. Just trying my best at motherfucking life. It's a weird ass thing. But yeah. No wonder I kind of believe in a weird ass God. It's for my mother, so I don't kill myself. I mean, like, technically, maybe in a way you do that, but I swear I got this passive-aggressive miracle where, like, at least half the alcohol, if not all of it, is turning into water in my body, and I'm just getting hella hydrated. I won't ever be able to drink through my kidney at this rate. Huh? I also thought, like, my cousins, Kimmy and Katrina, were just, like, the fucking awesomest, because they were always funny and, like, cool clothes, and they were different, but they were like hella nice. They would always include me. And I was very close with my grandpa. Although most of my life has now been like without him. He died when I was like 14. He got sick and within a year died. So there is that, because I was like, oh, the summer before I was 14, like he was like driving me to acting classes and stuff. It was like one of the last times I took acting class too. And he used to always kind of like tease me, but not really. Like he'd be like, like, yeah, I'm taking Amy to her acting class and she's gonna win an Oscar someday. And I'd be like, Papa, like, you're so silly. But then I'd be like, yeah, maybe, but only for like the goofiest fucking movie. It'll be everything no one realizes they want except for the people who already know. But we don't know it yet. We'll come together, collaborate. It'll happen. No idea how. I don't have any idea how it look like. Well, that's how I was figuring out. I looked at my phone. I was like, all right, so it actually wasn't in either parking lot. So someone must have found it, and who knows? Ooh, I do have to show. I don't know if it'll show up in the rainbows, because there's something about rainbows that take away a bruise. But when I was looking for my phone, I was like trying to get just basically inside of the car. And I got myself in one of those positions that you find dead kids in the back in. Like, you're like, damn it, how they sneak into the car and get in this weird ass position. And it was like at a good time because like I knew that like my friends would come looking for me quick. I was like at most I'd be in there for like 15 minutes. But I did start to panic because I was like caught in a position where it was hard to breathe kind of too. But if I like calmed down, I could. But I was like, oh shit, like I got to get myself out of this. So I just wrenched my arm out. But I got the door open. I got my arm halfway, like partially, or not even halfway, like partially free. And afterward, I was like, I could get the door open. So I was like, all right, at least I won't be hot in here. And then I could call for help. But I had started to wiggle it enough to where I was like, all right, I'll just get the rest of my arm out. And then Gio came by, like, I as he did, I was like getting out of it. I was like, dude, like I was caught in this car. I thought I was gonna die. And I was like, I got the door open because I was gonna scream for help. And he was like, people are gonna think you're trying to film a porno. Really, I'm caught in the back seat. Like, it was so like that too, because I could just get my ass out because my arm was caught. But that's how, like, thinking about it, I was like, there is no, as much as I like crawled around, there is no way it was in there. I would be like almost pissed at my phone for being in the car after all I went through to look for my phone in the car. And not just me, other people too. So it was like, even after I freaked myself out getting like caught in the car, other people were still like periodically going through, moving around things, looking around, and it makes more sense. It's an unfortunate thing, but life is full of those. At least I'm in good company. Unfortunately, both me and the peoples I love, experience lots of unfortunate things. But we're dope. I love to see things go doper for us. I might be back. Living. This is the grandma life. I'm putting on makeup and not getting the sun in my eye, but I don't mind if the sun's in my eye. I love the sun. I love the sky. I think the sky is a glorious thing. I don't mind if it's in my eyes. I already wear glasses. I can see. I can't even read from here. It'll be like here. Also, the names of my makeup, because makeup names. Yeah, there's probably one on here. I have like a whole naked palette, which is not what my face is when I use it. But makeup names are wild. All the naming and conventions for children or people, because we're always named when we're children. For dogs, throw them out the window. For bands, maybe throw them out the window. Some of these actually might make a good band name. If not, maybe a good band song name. Alright, so what I got on my eyeshadow, for eyeshadow is, you might recognize some favorites, like Midnight Snack. I only have a few at palettes, so I'm going to reuse them. Elegant. Milk It. Red Hot. And Bless Your Tart, which you'll hear a lot because it's really one of my only blues. Alright. Oh man, shit, I forgot to turn on the music. I'm going to get copyrighted. Hold on. I like to hear it because of the dark things that deafening silence can be like my brain will create in deafening silence. So just like a little bit of music, but I don't want to get copyrighted, just enough. In my mind, I'm imagining not being alone, but my eyesight isn't affording me the ability to know. But if you are here right now, holy fuck, thank you. I wish you were really here. It'd be so much more fun. We could go swimming. I'm basically dressed for it. Plus, another thing, if I'm losing my phone, and this week it didn't tell me. I mean, like, once I lost my phone, I was going to give it the fuck up. Where's the bottle? In my mind, it was in the car. Because it somehow slipped out of the car, and no offense to God, but I'm going to blame God. I still love God. I think God's dope, but, like, God didn't make me good enough to not notice that. God could have made a girl that never loses her phone, but I guess this is the one I have to be. Well, at least I have dope ass people that like if I had been alone, I wouldn't have accepted it. I would have like died in the forest, just retracing like steps I never even took. But the only thing is, like, I lost my phone. I was literally like, huh. After, like, the moment where I almost got stuck in the car, and then Gio came to check on me. Thank God, because I was going to be stuck. It was not sexy. But... and it's like, I was like panicked and stuff, and then immediately, like, friends making me laugh, and then just, like, hey, you want a drink? You want a pizza? It's like a good time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shoulder co-friends. Hell yeah, Carla and Gio. Hell yeah, Kayleen. Hell yeah, Pete and Lilith. Alright. What role did faith or religion play in your childhood? So for me, faith, religion, very different things. If you ever want to really just smash your faith, get into religion. There is nothing that's made me more faithless than religion. The only thing that's maybe made me more faithless than religion is like getting pimped out as a kid. Like, or not even a kid, but like, I don't know. Just all this shit I would do for a guy that I had a crush on, and I wouldn't always get like paid, but good times. Some kind of stuff sometimes. Like, honestly, that would have kept me more faithful. There is nothing that really ruins his faith, makes one more faithless, in my opinion, than religion. Religion has been negative to me. My faith is unbelievably strong. In fact, when I was in religious school, I took this test so that we can know what our strengths in the Holy Spirit were, and my top strengths were mercy and faith, which was funny because, like, I was very argumentative on the idea. Like, I believed in God, but I was very much like, oh, it can't be this, this, and this, and this, and this. Like, one of these things makes it wrong. Like, you can't, like, I ended up going atheist, like, in community and then in the continuing throughout college, because I believed that I was nicer than, if I had to buy into the religion God, I was nicer than it. And I know it. It's like, I know it. It's the creator. And it's like the Islam God. It's probably like the basis for knowledges that don't have a God. Thank goodness, thank it for my faith, because it wouldn't have survived religion. I know a lot of people whose like faith did not survive religious experiences. But hey, it's not mad. It hasn't been. But the way we get fucked, all these dope people I know having bad things happen to them, I would love to see less of that. If I had any amount of power to fix that, I would. That's why I'm so surprised. If this thing is so powerful, but I know it plays this love that I don't understand. Maybe I'm not a god, but like when I love something, it's as unconditional to the best of my ability, but sometimes it's just like I want it to be safe, and I want it, like, I'm like, these choices are what will keep you safe and everything good, but that is an ultimate love then, to just stand back and let something lose its fucking phone, even if you know it's going to be so unhappy when it happens. And that's a small one. That's just me using my problem, but some of the dopest people I know have some of the least dope things happen to them. I still have faith, though. I'm waiting for the end of the world. I think we come up in it. Like, the dope people. I think the systems have been built against us. People are dope. I love Americans. America, it's a joke, but I love Americans. Thank God we're funny. Sense of humor. We own jokes. So fuck you, America. We own you. All right. But like large. That's why I'm out of my mind. Faith, for sure. I believe in God 100%, and it broke me out of my brain. And I don't know if it's for the better. Have things gone well for me since? No, I don't. I'm not blaming it. But if it did create something that I could love in me, then maybe I would be doing better. But it created a thing that hates itself. Do you have any pets? What do they mean to you? I have no pets. Well, considering how I lost my phone and almost got my own ass caught in a car, I feel very appreciative for the fact that being a woman means that the choice to have children is absolutely on me, 100%. I like that. I would not want to relinquish any amount of that onto anyone else. I wouldn't want to be forced to have a child, and I guess I wouldn't want to be forced not to. I'm just glad it's my choice. So I don't really have pets, and I've been getting really mad at my dog for being particularly needy lately. She's not even my dog, she's my parents' dog, but for some reason she just keeps wanting to lay with me. And so I don't have a carrying bone in my body. I like to think I have a lot of loving bones, but I'm not even good at caring for myself. When I have watched my dog for weeks, I have to set alarms to remember for us. Like, I have to remind us both. Like, I have to set alarms to remember for us both to eat. Otherwise, thank God she's a tiny dog. Gracie, you want a shot? I keep thinking for the children. Like, for the kids that will come into my life that at times I will be responsible-ish for a way. I not my own, but like my nephew, and any friends or anything he has, or my friends' kids and stuff that come into my life. Well, I'm gonna have to give it to whatever the fuck created me, because I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I never asked to exist. What's the most important lesson your parents taught you? To love, like, the value of certain things over others. My people have always valued people and the, like, I guess the planet, like animals and plants and things, or the good of everyone over money, over profit to be made. So we are very fearful people, especially due to our own battles with self-hate. Both my parents have battled self-hate in their own ways, very different. Me too. I get it. But I think the most important thing they ever taught me is something that I still kind of, one of in the muck and mire of the shit that I think a lot of us, even the dopest of us, currently exist. Even those with the dopest of circumstances currently have to exist with, contend with. Continual things that I'm gonna speak for everyone. Say beneath us, we've been doper than the way we've been treated. One thing that my parents have taught me is just the value of people. Like, my battle isn't with flesh and blood. I didn't ever know what to be frustrated with the way things were, but I knew if it wasn't me, it wasn't anyone else. So I usually was just like, I guess it's me. How did your family celebrate holidays? Oh, well, to this day, not a bad holiday to be a part of. That's a little bit of a lie, but well was the intention. But people are painful. We have pain in us, and it shows. So, like, very young, there was a bad dynamic in my family, a little bit of like my mom being very stressed about holidays, but also my mom having a lot put on her for holidays. I don't know how much she took herself and how much was given, but I know, like, I don't know how I would have dealt, like, with a lot of my mom's situations. I would have broken up with my dad. Like, I wouldn't have. Like, I'm like, your family, no, like, they're so mean. I would have ran back to my mom, but she didn't have that to run back to. Growing up, holidays were something that were very stressful for me, and then when I started to diet, they were more so stressful, because it would be like, everyone's like, what, you don't like me, you don't want to try my thing that I made? And then, like, once you do, they're like, oh, you really should watch these bites of this dip, or like whatever. It's like, fuck, well, I never wanted to try it. Like, I didn't even want to be at this party. God, I wish we were a family that did a little more drugs openly. Who's doing them right now? And I was into alcohol because I was worried about weight. I was like, I wouldn't drink through most of my, like, teenage years and stuff unless I knew for sure I was, like, doubling up with things that would make me not eat. But how do my family... One of the bravest things my parents ever did was started things so that they could celebrate just at home for Christmas. We didn't have to go anywhere for Christmas or have anyone over. And they both experienced extreme anxiety over it, which I didn't fully understand as a child, but I was so glad when they got it to work. Things are different now. I'm hoping that people aren't putting these things on them. People have passed and they live in more peace now, I think. Some of us still caught in these fucking water cycles, and we're just trying to make it our best, because like, even if we're the nicest people in the whole world doing the best that we can, living the Beatitudes, walking in love, there's still gonna be natural disasters. So might as well just like be good. That way existing is. And I know that for a fact some of the dopest people I know have the worst fucking shit happen to them, and I can't explain that yet. Especially because I would say pray, and I fucking do. Like, I run on hopes and prayers. And I guess wait. We're all building fucking motherfucking patience right now. I got that motherfucked his old mom. I guess we're building patience. Motherfucking patience. I don't know what for, but I'm hella groaning. It's cool though. Hell yeah. Because look, there's us. Whoever's here right now, whoever watches this on YouTube, it'll be up forever. My forever cringe or my last will and testament. Either way, I'm going to stand by it. It's called growth. And 1 year ago, I was doing the exact same thing, cracking my phone, but having cool ass friends. I just wish that it went a little doper for my cool ass friends. That's like the sad thing. I got cool ass friends, and it's like not been easy for fucking them. They've been having like, not like it's we do everything. That's the thing. It's not a war against flesh and blood, but something doesn't want dope people to have something. Well, due to my faith growing strong despite religion, I'm going to continue hoping and praying for dope for those that are dope, and good for those that are good. Better tits, a smaller waist. I don't know, whatever. Thanks that my phone isn't as worse as it could be, isn't as bad as it could be. And for the fucking rainbows, they're always sick. Hell yeah.